Hello everyone and welcome! Tetsu here down in the lower tiers, where the power level is low, but the battles are still fierce. And actually, I think I like the first way I said that better. At any rate, welcome back to 7U, the tournament that I've been covering for the past couple of videos. 3 at this point, I think. And today we're going to be watching the battles between YBW and Latvian 71. So far we have seen pretty interesting battles between different leads, with Tentacool, Charmeleon, and Clefairy being Charmeleon being the most common, and I think Tentacool being slightly more than that. Clefairy is definitely an interesting pick, all things considered. It's got Thunder Wave, so it's pretty cool. And the last battle we ended up watching, Clefairy actually did a lot of work. That was pretty good. So I'm very curious to see what we got going with leads this time. Let's see. Let's just go ahead and jump right into it. Okay, so YBW with the Tentacool, with Latvian 71 with the Meowth. Okay, so Meowth is faster than Tentacool. It's got 90 base speed with Tentacle's base 70. YBW is going to go into Ivysaur with Thunderbolt coming from Meowth. That's certainly interesting. And then Latvian is going to be switching to his Ivysaur, which I'm assuming is to avoid sleep. Let's see. Sleep Powder coming down from YBW. And then he's going to switch out to his Meowth. And with Ivysaur asleep, Meowth is now going substitute on Meowth. That is painful. Oh dear. Latvian is trying to wear off the sleep turns, but sleep in Gen 1 is incredibly brutal. And yeah, Ivysaur is just not going to make it. Oh, Latvian actually switches out to Rhyhorn, and it tanks the Slash, but it's not going to survive a Bubble Beam, is it? Barely. It's at 20%. Latvian tries to go for substitute, and it fails. It does not have enough HP to do it. So he tries to switch back to Ivysaur. He's going to sack it. Ivysaur actually survives, but it's not going to wake up. It also has its speed lower, but I mean, not that that matters. There goes the sack of the Ivysaur. In comes Latvian 71's Meowth. I'm kind of curious about how this is going to work. Substitute winds up going down. Just barely missing the KO. With Latvian 71's Meowth going down, YBW is in a very good lead. In comes Hitmonchan from Lat. Ivysaur coming out with Hitmonchan going for the agility. That's interesting. It's going for crit Ice Punch, but no freeze. That actually does quite a bit. Hitmonchan is now asleep, and Latvian is currently trying to burn off the sleep turns with Ivysaur going for the Razor Leaf. It's special in Gen 1, so yeah, Hitmonchan is going to be taking a ton of damage. And Latvian is just trying to burn off the sleep turns, but so far we've seen such a high-paced metagame that trying to wear off sleep turns just does not seem worth it. And at least from the 2 examples we've seen so far, that seems to hold true quite thoroughly. But in comes Latvian's Charmeleon. YBW is going to choose their Charmeleon as well, with Fire Spin being successful. And going to be going for trapping for the next few turns. But Submission winds up coming out from Charmeleon. That's an interesting tech choice, with Seismic Toss coming from Latvians. Another Submission. Now, for those who are not aware, Submission is an 80 power fighting move in Gen 1, and it only has 80 accuracy, I'm pretty sure. The speed tie, though, is being not in YBW's favor. Charmeleon is going to go down, though, to YBW's Meowth. Now all that's left is Rhyhorn and Tentacool. And Tentacool is... I mean, it's going to take out the Meowth, but this is not looking good, very, very good for Lat. Not by any stretch of the imagination. YBW still has 4 Pokemon, and here comes the Rhyhorn. For some strange reason, Golbat uses Double Edge, and Golbat is one of the few fully evolved Pokemon in the tier. And this is actually the first time we've seen it so far. So, yeah, that's pretty interesting. But first battle goes to YBW. Congrats. And congrats, Latvian, for joining. Good game to both. And, yeah. So, now, in this case, I actually do have something that is very much sticking in this case. Sleep is usually very powerful, but with how fragile most of the Pokemon are in this tier, trying to wear off the sleep turns is freaking difficult as heck. It just doesn't seem all that worth it. I mean, even with the agility boost and Hitmonchan being quicker, it didn't really pay off for it all that much. Now, if you happen to, wear off sleep in one turn, that's something different, but that's no guarantee. But at any rate, let's move on to the next battle and see what we've got going on. See y'all in a bit. Alright, here we go. Actually had this set up to be a little bit quicker than last time. So we got another battle. And we're just going to go ahead and jump right into it. Let's go. Alright, Latvian leads with Meowth once again, with YBW going for another Tentacool lead. Slash coming out from Meowth, but Tentacool stays in this time, with Hydro Pump doing a ton of damage. Cubone is now being chosen for YBW. This is the first time we've seen a Cubone in the game. And surprisingly, Bubble Beam doesn't do a whole lot. Granted, it's just a pure ground type, so not 4 times a week, just 1 week. And Meowth goes down. Cubone did have its speed lower, but it's being switched out for YBW's Ivysaur. Razor Leaf coming in from Lat, and it doesn't do too much. Sleep Powder does miss from Lat. That's unfortunate. With YBW going for their Sleep Powder, but Ivysaur immediately wakes up. And Body Slam coming in. It goes for... YBW switches out to their Cubone, which is now put to sleep. And switching back out to prevent sleep for the next Pokemon. Leech Seed! Well, that's interesting. Wait. Whoa, hold the fort. Okay, so Latvian tried to put another Pokemon to sleep. Okay, so in regular cartridge games, this actually would be possible, but this is Pokemon Showdown. They actually have what's called Sleep Claws. Basically, outside of your own Pokemon that's using, say, rest, you can only have one other Pokemon put to sleep. So, unfortunately for Latvian here, that really didn't pan out because YBW actually switched out their Cubone, who was asleep. They wouldn't be able to put any other Pokemon to sleep, though YBW could have one of their Pokemon rest. So that's a bit unfortunate, a bit of a wasted move there, but let's continue. This also means that their Ivysaur winds up getting put to sleep. Now, to be fair, they could have been doing that simply to waste a turn, but it makes me kind of wonder why didn't they just use Razor Leaf to do just a little bit of chip damage, but what do I know. Anyway, in comes Charmeleon from Latvian. Now that his Ivysaur is asleep, the Sleep Clause is also in effect for him. Seismic Toss coming out. That is a bit interesting. Okay, Fire Blast. Oh, right. Okay, so Fire Blast without a crit actually doesn't one-hit KO Ivysaur. And I'm not 100% sure, even with a crit, that it does. I'm assuming it does because 2 times, or 1.8 or 1.9, something of that nature, times effectiveness for crit. I'm probably not making any sense right now, sorry. Okay, so the fact of the matter is that Latvian, in order to get a guaranteed kill, needed damage, and so he used Seismic Toss to do that damage. And that's pretty smart. It's pretty smart. Down goes Ivysaur, though, and in comes Golbat. In comes the Double Edge, and that immediately takes out Charmeleon. Golbat is faster. It's got a base 90 speed, tied with Meow. Let's see. Latvian goes for the Rhyhorn. Mega Drain coming out. That does a ton of damage while healing Golbat. And here comes Rock Slide. I don't really think that was worth it. I really, really don't. In comes Ivysaur, Mega Drain on it. It's not going to do too much. Actually, it does, very, very little. With Golbat using Double Edge, trying to chip Ivysaur down. And Latvian's going for the tries to go with Waking Up. And honestly, that probably wouldn't have been too difficult with Golbat, since it doesn't really have much outside of Double Edge to hurt it. But that crit obliterated Ivysaur. That is unfortunate. That is very unfortunate. In comes Latvian's Tentacle. Confuse Ray from YBW's Golbat. And Tentacle hits itself. That is bad. That is really bad. It comes the Double Edge. Does quite a bit of damage. Golbat is in the red. And it does go down. But it has done a good amount of work here. Alright, in comes YBW's Meowth. It's going to outspeed Tentacle if it stays in, so here comes Rhyhorn. Slash coming in, tanked by Rhyhorn, but Rhyhorn is just gonna go down by Bubble Beam. Yeah, that's a wrap with that. Now, I've made calls before, and I've always been wrong, so far. Now, Latvian is not in a good position, by any stretch of the imagination. They've only got a Hitmonchan, while YBW has 4 Pokemon, with 1 still in the rear. I'm actually kind of wondering what that Pokemon is. Here comes Body Slam by Meowth. It does paralyze. Does it get the para? No, and Meowth goes down. But Hitmonchan is now in a really tough spot. Tentacle coming out, and Surf's just going to chew through Hitmonchan. Its special bulk is abysmal. In comes Latvian's Tentacle. He's going to use Wrap to try to do some chip damage, try to get Tentacle down, and if he's lucky, he'll get the Speed Tie, and really only have to deal with 1 Pokemon if he's lucky. But let's be fair here. This is not looking good for 71. And in comes a Surf. Mega Drain. Okay. That's right. Wait, did he use that before? I don't know, honestly. At any rate, in comes that. And another Rap Battle. Tentacle is not looking good for either team, actually. But 71 is certainly not doing so hot right now. He's barely hanging on. But it may look like he's going to get that Wrap. Yeah, there we go. That's a wrap. That's a wrap knockout. Tentacool. Latvian won the rap battle. Oh, Voltorb coming in. Okay, that's painful. Dang. Alright. That was actually pretty cool. We actually saw another Pokemon get used. We're seeing Golbat more often now. And Cubone coming in. Doing good work. It actually tanked Meow Slash pretty well. And because of its ground, just a pure ground type, it actually didn't get nearly as much damage as Rhyhorn did in its battle. So that's certainly interesting, if nothing else. But yeah, the sleep in this game is just brutal. Freaking brutal. Well, at any rate, folks, that once again another 3 best of 3 ending with just 2 straight victories or 2 straight losses, pending. At any rate, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Comment down below what you thought of the battle, what you would do differently, what Pokemon you would want to use in the tier. There are 52 legal Pokemon, I think. It's either 52 or 57, one of the two. I really need to look that up again. At any rate, let me know what you think. What do you think of the format? What do you think I can do differently? And comment down below. If you want to join 7 of you, if you want to actually play the tier, you can go to the RBY Discord. I'll try to remember to link that in the description of all the videos. I will make a note of it, but there's no guarantee that I'm going to remember. So if I don't do that, I'll try to remember. Until next time, folks, have a nice evening and take care. Bye!